7 days, one rule, run my entire business on Xero. Invoicing, expenses, projects, the lot. Can I still ditch the chaos and ship work and get paid and know my cash position at a glance? Now let's find out and see how this plays out. See, most founders, they don't hate the numbers. They just hate the admin fog. Receipts everywhere, invoices all over the place, payment dates are delayed. You name it, you've probably experienced it as a founder. We are going to see today whether Xero can be that one pane of glass for a UK solo business. So what we're going to do for 1 week only, we're going to move everything over to Xero and track the impact on speed, clarity and cash. Setup is pretty straightforward. You connect your UK bank account to the dashboard, and as long as you got open banking, it's literally within a few minutes. Xero will pull statement lines into the reconciled screen, bank lines on the left, transactions on the right, ready to match or create. You can also set bank rules so that repetitive stuff like software subscription reconciles in just a few clicks. The first visible surprise was that the mental load dropped straight away. Seeing the matches side by side is oddly satisfying. I had built a branded quote, converted it into an invoice and sent it directly from Xero. Having quotes and invoices under one roof keeps the paper trail clean. I also road tested HubDoc. Snap a photo of a receipt, it auto captures the data and publishes to Xero with the document attached. No more end of month guessing. This alone saves me more than 1 hour every single week, and as we know as entrepreneurs and business owners, we need to save every single time we can in order to focus on sales. Now, having a tool that can take care of the painful administrative tasks that comes on a daily basis from running a business is a godsend. And future me thanks the present me at tax times in particular. For client work, I tested Xero projects, time entries, job costs, and project profit all in one view with the ability to invoice straight from the project. This again is something that I spoke about earlier that saves me so much time, and where things are really expensive in 2025 and things are really competitive, I need to look for anything I can use to get a competitive edge as a business owner, and Xero definitely does that for me. If you're in the UK and you're VAT registered, Xero supports making tax digital records and submissions via compatible software. I checked my VAT setup so that next quarter isn't a panic. Xero's cash view lets me see what's due in and out and get a short-term picture of the bank balances if my customers pay on time. Seeing it in one place changes decisions, like whether I should expand the business or increase my marketing campaign, or whether I actually need to hold on cash. This picture will determine that. Not only does it help me to make informed decisions, it actually stops the business from going bust, because when you think about it, majority of the businesses that go bust in the UK is because they can't manage the cash flow. That's just the honest truth. And if you have a tool that can take away that burden from you, you set your business up for a stronger likelihood of success. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in life, and this all comes down to whether you have a proper product and whether you have a proper marketable product and whether you actually have a competitive edge. But you can make that journey a lot easier by taking care of the administrative parts of it, by having a system in place that's going to guide you in the right direction. And in my opinion, this is exactly what Xero does. I wrapped with P&L, age receivables and quick check of unpaid bills because the week's reconciliation and receipts were tidy. The reports actually told the truth. Tidy data in, useful decisions out. Here are 3 things that really surprised me when I used Xero. The first one is reconciliation speed with side-by-side matching plus rules. The second one is receipt capture. No more paper chase. That's a history within my organization thanks to this tool. The third one is project clarity. Time cost, margin, you can actually see. So with everything in life, where there are wins, there has to be losses, and there's no exceptions here. But the losses, in my opinion, here are kind of minute. And it's more so for me to kind of readjust the way I operate because I've been used to certain practices for quite a while, if that makes sense, as opposed to just having terrible trade-offs. The first one is learning curve, like I literally just mentioned. First hour setting charge codes and rules, worth it, but plan for it, because in the beginning that can really be time consuming, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I am fortunate once again that I really know computers, I really know tools, I know dashboard because I'm a tech enthusiast, right? So it was easier for me, but nonetheless it still took an hour out of my day. The second trade-off was features vary by plan/region, add-ons like payroll, mileage and CIS. So you need to make sure that you check everything based on the UK plan and not a plan in some different country. Otherwise you're going to set yourself up for a completely different experience. So make sure you look at the fine print so that you make sure you get the right plan for your business. The third trade-off was integrations live in the Xero App Store. It's powerful, of course, but you need to pick carefully, otherwise you're just going to overcloud yourself with so many different tools, and before you know it, you're just going to confuse yourself and you don't know actually which tools you need. If you're a UK business owner or a founder or an entrepreneur who needs clean books without chaos, Xero is absolutely perfect for it, because for me, it did the following in 7 days: invoices out, cash in, receipts captured, projects priced properly, and VAT prep not scary. That's a W in my book. Look, if you've been juggling spreadsheets, emails, and a shoebox of receipts, you need to stop today because you're living in ancient times, if I can put it that way. Check out Xero today if you're ready to digitalize your business for the better. And like I always say, if you're a small business owner in particular, you're getting so much time back from doing something like this. And that is time that can be spent on sales, because the most important thing as a business owner is to drum up revenue. I keep saying this, but I'm going to continue saying it in this video as well, because it's actually changed my life for the better. You know, I'm doing so much more in revenue and profit because I've actually used some of these tools in order to ease my burden off of some of these administrative activities that I keep talking about. But anyways, I'll leave that to you. If you're ready to take that leap of faith, try Xero with the link below, and I'm happy to have partnered with them to offer you a special discount. So check it out with the link below. Anyways, it's time for me to wrap up this video. I do hope you found it helpful, useful. If you did, you know exactly what you need to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and more importantly, tap the notification bell. I'll see you on the next video, where we are of course going to be talking about more business, finance and entrepreneurship like we always do. Take care now. Bye-bye.